A new report reveals one of President Trump's top officials at the IRS is developing a list of Democratic groups and donors to target for criminal investigation. There was an outcry when it was revealed in 2013 that the IRS targeted conservative groups during the Obama administration. So let's go find out what lawmakers are saying about this now. First, here's a little more from the exclusive report in the Wall Street Journal. Gary Shapley, an advisor to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, has developed a list of Democrats to target that includes billionaire donor George Soros. The report also states Shapley plans on removing the chief of the investigative unit to give the Trump administration more control over criminal inquiries into left-leaning organizations. In 2013, after it was revealed the IRS targeted conservative groups during the Obama administration, Republicans expressed resentment. We know because we have all their statements. For instance, Senator Lindsey Graham wrote a letter to President Obama stating, "This type of purely political scrutiny being conducted by an executive branch agency is yet another completely inexcusable attempt to chill the speech of political opponents." So how did Senator Graham react to today's news? Now there's a report out that the IRS is going to be targeting liberals and Democratic donors and groups. How do you feel about that?
It depends if they got a good reason. I don't like the idea of targeting political people.
Senator John Cornyn said of the 2013 Obama scandal, "Today's revelation that the IRS targeted average Americans using taxpayer dollars solely for disagreeing with them politically is completely unacceptable from this administration." We spoke with him too. What do you make of that?
Well, I read those allegations. I don't know whether they're true or not, but as a member of the Finance Committee, I think it's something we ought to look into.
Well, aren't you concerned about going on a fishing expedition of political opponents?
Well, unfortunately, it's happened in the past, and usually Republicans and conservatives have been the target. But I think the government should not be used, the IRS should not be used for political purposes.
In 2021, nearly every Senate Republican sponsored the Don't Weaponize the IRS Act, including Senator Josh Hawley. When the legislation was introduced, the lead sponsors stated, "The IRS should never target an American because of his or her political beliefs." Here's Hawley's response to the Trump administration. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, have they done these things? I mean, are they targeting
They're actively
these?
doing it right now. They're actively changing personnel and
well, but
have developed a
they have
list.
the right to change personnel, but listen, I mean, here's the deal. We just learned that under Joe Biden, the FBI targeted 92 conservative organizations for investigation for no other reason that they were conservative organizations, at the same time that they were monitoring my phone calls and tapping my phone. So I have some personal experience with this. And I would just say that I don't think that it's, you know, on the one hand, on the other hand, it's really all equal. No, actually, for the last 4 years, the last administration turned every arm of our law enforcement into their personal plaything. And I think that needs to stop, period. I don't think anybody should be doing it. I don't think this administration is.
Hawley is referring to an FBI document obtained by the Senate Judiciary Committee that revealed under President Biden's watch, the FBI obtained the data of 8 Republican senators' personal cell phones. The data shows who the senators spoke with and when, how long the call lasted, and where they were when they made the call. It does not include what they talked about. SAN also spoke with Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal about the IRS targeting political opponents. He decided not to compare it to President Obama. Rather, he went all the way back to Richard Nixon.
We've been through this kind of abuse of power before in the Nixon administration. It's the reason that we have safeguards and guardrails that protect privacy in the IRS and why no political figure, whether it is a member of the U.S. Senate or the President of the United States, can intervene in the IRS process, even to find out certain information. We need to insist that those guardrails be observed.
I'm Ray Bogan for Straight Hour News. For more unbiased reporting straight from our nation's capital, download the SAN app.